Konnichiwa friends, my name is Aisman Samasi and welcome to my video of our TDS Entrance Examination 2026 Term 1. Okay, in this video our goal is to score 50 out of 100 in our entrance examination for our TDS course. Okay, so here you have seen that I have prepared the whole 16 question to get 50 out of 100 in our TDS Entrance Examination. Okay. Also, just for your kind information, I will be also be doing the TDS project 1 and project 2 and also the bonus marks for your term 2. So do subscribe my channel to get notification. Okay, so here also the cheating and resources are allowed, so you could watch my video instead of doing it by yourself or your wish only. Okay, as usual. So let's start with our question 1 of our entrance exam. So in our first question, we basically have to do the VS Code setting and paste our extension here. Okay, so basically we have to download the VS Code from the VS Code website. Here you select your platform and click on download button for according to your platform. Mine is Windows, so I download it from here. And also, since I already downloaded, I will run the installer directly. Okay, so here I started directly and I click on accept the agreement. Then here the main point is that we have to add the path here, which is very much required. Okay, so make sure to tick it, and other things also it depends on your requirement. Okay, so here it is preparing to install. Also, as an alternative, you could also download from Microsoft Store. Okay, so if you will search here VS Code, you could find the app here directly and you could also install directly here. Okay, after the installing is there, now you have to add the environment variable path into your environment variable. Okay, so if you will search here the system environment variable, you could find that the value under the system variable you have to add the value. Generally the VS Code files lies here. Okay, so if during this installation, if you don't get the path inside your system variable, you could put this value directly here. Okay, remember that this is necessary, so you have to add this. Okay, so if you will copy the entire my directory, you could find here the Microsoft code file. Okay, so this is the thing you have to add in the path variable. Okay, like this directly, and your second point will be completed. Now after the installation, you have to start the code/s command. Okay, so after the installation is complete, start your VS Code and click on the code/s. Okay, so here we started our VS Code terminal by going to view and view terminal. Okay, so let it start. By that time, here we write code/n s and we press enter, and here it will be starting the terminal and it will be printing the whole variable server, and this is the thing you have to copy paste inside your folder. Okay, directly. So we just copy the text and inside the input we paste it and check it. Okay, so here you see that it's correct. Now as an hacking method, you could use my YouTube video description to get the text. Okay, and you could print inside this and get the correct answer. So this is how you could hack. Okay, now for this second question, which is about AI editor using GitHub Copilot. Okay, so you go to your marketplace and here you search GitHub Copilot. Okay, here you will see the list of plugins, and here you could see two plugins named GitHub Copilot Chat and GitHub Copilot. Okay, so you have to install both, and here in right side you could see the whole AI agent ready. Okay, if this is coming, then this part also is done, and you just have to start the terminal from view terminal and copy paste this exact line to print the whole extension part here. Okay, if you will print it, we will be getting the whole extensor here, including the GitHub Copilot. Okay, and this is what you have to paste in the question 2 here. Okay, let me paste it, just a second, 1 second. And also, as an hacking method, you could also check my YouTube description to paste the entire text for the question 2 part. Now for our question 3, we have to install here UB. Okay, so it's lightweight Python programming language to run Python effortlessly. Okay, so here first thing we must make sure is that Python is installed in our system. Okay, so we have to print Python / version. Okay, if this is printing the version, then you have Python installed. If not, you have to install Python from the directory here. Okay, so here python.org, you could download the Python manager and install the Python part here. Okay, the next part you must also check is that pip is installed or not. So we write here directly pip / version, and you will see that pip is not defined for my computer. Okay, so if you are also facing this same issue, you must write this command name python /m then pip / version. Okay, so if you write this function and if this is working, then your pip is installed, but it is not configured correctly. Okay, so if I will type it directly, I could see the pip from here and the exact value from here. Okay, so here I will be copying this text and I will be pasting it in my environment variable. Okay, when I paste the path that I got from the command prompt here, when I will see here, I could see that here I have many files including the script file. Okay, and this is the part I have to add it in my command prompt. Okay, so here I search the command prompt and edit the environment variable. Then here inside the system variable, I have the path here. I have to copy this and I have to paste this inside my path. Okay, and I have to also add here this scripts path also. Okay, so here I will be copying this script path to inside my environment variable and I will be pasting it. Okay, this is important for pip or any other library to work. Okay, remember that I pasted the two folders here. Okay, the Python and the Python /script here. Okay, so I cancel and rerun the command prompt, and here I once again type pip version. Okay, so in my case it is still not working, but that's okay. I will use this function. Okay, python /m pip install uv. Okay, so I type this function to install ub. Okay, since my pip is still broken, if your pip is working fine, then you directly pip install ub. Okay, so the ub will be installed within few minutes, and after this you just have to paste the function you were given in your account. Okay, so here you run that function and here it will print the value you have to submit here directly. Okay, so here the value is printed and you have to copy the entire JSON path. Okay, so from here this bracket to this bracket you copy directly and paste here directly. Okay, if you check it, it will show it correct. Okay, now coming to the question 4, which is basically using npx. Okay, so npx is a JavaScript formatting tool that is used for formatting code. Okay, in the correct order. So here we will be using 3 functions to check whether everything is ready or not. Okay, so we print node /version, then we have npm /version, and then we have npx /version. Remember that if any was not working, you go directly to Node.js installer page and install it directly. Okay, so I downloaded in Node.js and I install it with the default configuration. Okay, so here I click on install and it install perfectly. Okay, so now I download the readme.file which I get inside the download folder. I create a new folder and cut the entire readme into this folder, and then I copy the path and I run it in my command prompt, and I use the Windows code to format my readme file. Okay, so I paste my code here and this second code here to get the SHA value. Okay, also if you are in Linux or Mac OS, you must use this command. Okay, it will take some time to format the whole folder. Finally I'll be copying this file, and I will getting the value which I have to paste it inside this one. Okay, so I paste it and I check and it's correct. Okay, now going to fifth question, which is basically using Google Sheet and Excel sheet. Okay, so if I will be copying this command and I will be pasting in spreadsheet, you will see that it will not work. Okay, because the question is to use this command in Google Sheet, so no matter how hard you try, you can copy it. Okay, so if you will go back and copy the exact command, and if you will paste it in your sheet here, then only the function will work. So if I paste the value, I got 765, and I copy it and paste it and I got the correct value. Now for the Excel, I copied that same thing and I paste it here, and you will see that the value I got 4, and which is the correct answer. Okay, so this is how we do both the Google Sheet command and the Excel command here. Now we have here DevTools question, which is basically knowing how to use DevTools in Chrome browser. We start by typing F12 in our Chrome and go to the Elements tab. So if I will tap F12 here, you could see the Chrome DevTools, and here I will go in the element column to find the hidden string that is my question is asking. Okay, so here I find using the arrow down command to see here the hidden value, and here inside one of the HTML element you could find the correct value. Okay, this value is the answer for our DevTools. Okay, so here we paste it and it will say it is correct. Okay, basically we have to use Excel or Google Sheet to find the data range of weeks between 1922 to our end date. Okay, so here we directly use the formula in our Google Sheet to get the entire value. Okay, so here you could also put the value according to your question, and in spreadsheet we just paid the entire value to get the correct answer. Okay, this is my correct answer, so I put it and I get it correct. Okay, you could also paste the entire path, and the format is in my video description. Now for the ninth question, we just have to export the zip file here, and we need to extract it and copy the total sales value. Okay, so when I copy the total sales value, it will be shown as correct answer. Okay, this is one of the simplest question in the entrance examination. Now going to the question 10, this will be done entirely by the ChatGPT, as here the whole formatting code is basically very tough. Okay, in doing normally, so we just press it into the ChatGPT and waiting for the whole answer. You will see that it gives the whole answer, and this is what had to be pasted and get the correct form. Okay, we just directly pasted the whole question here. Now for our question 11, we have to download the txt file and copy paste the entire txt file into Visual Studio Code. Just pressing ctrl and here to create a new file and copy pasting the entire text. Then here we have to first do ctrl F and double quotes equals to semicolon double quotes. Okay, so if we do here find equals to and replace by semicolon in double quote semicolon double quote. Okay, now we have to add double quotes and comma in the last. Okay, so what we do here is that we ctrl A to select all, and then we press alt plus shift plus I to get to the last value of the whole file. Okay, and then we put here double quotes and comma. Okay, now we once again do ctrl plus A, and then using ctrl and left arrow we go to the first part and we add double quotes. Okay, and so how our whole JSON style will be ready. Okay, so to make it to full JSON, we add one bracket into the first and last bracket into the last, including deleting the last comma here. Okay, so after deleting the whole comma, the whole file will be ready. We just have to paste it inside this part, inside the tools in data science, and here it will create an hash which you have to press it back here. Okay, if you check it, it will say it is correct. Okay, now we have this CSS selector question. Okay, so here also we have to make use of DevTools again. So we go to our Chrome, press F12 to start the DevTools here, and here we have to exactly find the feature.cell. Okay, so we use here ctrl.f and we search here feature.cell. Okay, and here in first we add here ls dot to find the values here. Okay, so you will see that there are 4 values which I could find here. First is 9, then I have here is 17, then I click next and I find 34, then I get 35. Okay, if I calculate the whole value here using my calculator, I will get the required value as 95. Okay, so I write here 95, and you see it is the correct one. Okay, so finally going to the next part here, which is Unicode. So this one is also easy. What you have to do is you have to extract the zip file here, and after extracting you have to open VS Code in it. Okay, so if you will press right button here, if you will press right button, you will get an option to open with VS Code. Open it and create a new file name main.py for our Python, and paste this exact command which is given here. Okay, so it will combine the 3 CSV values and it will generate your output. Okay, so I paste the value here using paste, and then I run my Python file. Wait one second. Yes, in the terminal I type Python space main.py and it will run my Python file to give my final answer. Okay, so let's see. Yes, it give the final answer, and it is the value we have to paste here. Okay, so after I done, this question is also solved here. And now for our GitHub, we have to create a new repository using github.com/new, and here we just name it anything, and we create a new repository. It will create one. Then we have to create a new file here named email.json. Okay, so if you'll go back, there is an option to create a new file where we click it. The new file name is email.json, and where we have to paste our email JSON. Okay, so here we commit the changes, and after committing we have to open the file, and we have to click raw here to get the raw link here. We have to click it and we have to paste it here, and it will say it is the correct one. Okay, so this is how we do the GitHub one also. Now for the next question here, which is using terminal bash. Okay, so for this you have to download the GitHub bash from the website. Okay, so if you click it here, you could download the Windows or the Mac OS or the Linux installation file. Okay, So after this you could do the BAS question easily. So just download the zip file, extract it, open it, and then in the folder click on open with BAS here. Okay, so this one is important and it will open the BAS terminal. Okay, in the BAS terminal you could now use the BAS commands that are available to you. So if you will go back to my draft here, you will see this thing. Okay, this one which I pasted from the notebook, and when I click it, it will basically run the operation which is required for my command. Okay, and then finally I paste the cat */sha command to get the sha key that is generated by my BAS. Okay, so I click here paste and I enter it, and it will run the command, and this is the user hash that I am required to submit. Okay, so I copy it, I submit it, and when I press check, it will say it's correct. Okay, now we have final question for our this video. In this question we have to basically unzip the entire folder, and after extracting you have to also do this same with by opening the folder with BAS here. Okay, so we will do exactly the same thing here, just that here the our commands will be different. So we have here 3 folders here. We will be using our BAS to create a new folder. So we open this code with BAS, and then we have to first make a new folder name flat. Okay, so we do mkdir, which is basically telling BAS to create a new folder name flat. Then I have to copy the entire 3 folder content into the flat using this command. Okay, so we have our move d7sk0 to flat here, which is basically copying the entire all folders into the flat. Okay, in our new folder we just paste it and run this command to get the final output. So we copy paste this function, and then we also do cd.flat to go to our flat folder. Okay, so and then we have to also use another function to do the replace each digit with the next. 1 becomes 2, 9 becomes 0, and that part. Okay, so we do so by using this function given. So we copy this function and we paste it here directly to get the final output. Okay, so we press it here, the operation start, and while operation is going on, I copy this function which is given in the question to get the final user hash value. Okay, so it's still going, please wait. And after this I paste my final function to get the hash here. Okay, so I copy it and I paste it, and you will see that it's correct. Okay, so finally I save whole answer, and you see that my score is now 16 by 35 32, which is basically 50 out of 100 for our entrance examination. Okay, so finally that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Remember that this is the week 1 questions, and there are other 7 weeks. Okay, if you want to get other 50 mark solution to do complete 50 likes goals in this video, and I will making that too. Okay, and for other things like for project 1, project 2, and the bonus assignment for your TDS, do subscribe my channel, as I will also be doing that also for this term. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you and bye bye.